During our kickoff meeting on September 2nd, 2024, our group met on Zoom to define roles based on our personalities, strengths, and availability. Maddie served as the field worker, Loli as a reporter, Matthew the administrator, and Jesse the internal liaison communicating with Dr. Butler. We outlined our project timeline, set action steps for staying organized, and established clear communication routines. We reflected that the meeting went well. Everyone was enthusiastic, collaborative, and ready to contribute their strengths. Before entering the school, we conducted background research drawing on Payne and Schultz. Payne emphasized building reform through strong relationships and avoiding deficit thinking, while Schultz highlighted the importance of relational trust. These ideas guided how we built connections with teachers, parents, and students, listening first and uplifting community voices. Those early relationships became the foundation that sustained us through challenges and helped us move the project forward together.
When we first began this project, our goal was simply to spend time at the school, to get to know the students, the staff, and the overall environment. My very first visit was on September 20th, 2024, when I attended Harambe, a joyful Friday morning pep rally at NUE. At first, I was nervous. I didn't want to just insert myself into the community. I wanted to listen and understand. But that day I met Miss Klein, who welcomed me immediately and invited me to her third grade class. From then on, I started volunteering weekly at Harambe and in her classroom. One of her students, Amaya, even said to me on the first day, "Come back anytime." That small invitation made me feel at home, and I kept showing up. Over time, I built relationships with several of the third grade girls, and that early partnership became the foundation for our project. As our team continued visiting, we explored several possible groups: kindergarten, second grade, the garden, and third grade. But it was the Greater Enrichment Program, or GEP, that emerged as the best fit. Many of the same girls from third grade were also in GEP, so we got to know them in different settings. At GEP, we noticed that the girls had a lot of energy, but there were strong expectations for them to sit quietly. The girls often expressed wanting more movement, more breaks, and more time outside. This need became the heart of our project. Our relationships with Miss Tan, Miss Kennedy, and the relationships that Rolly built at GEP were critical. They gave us access and support. Jess also connected with Sophia's mom at Parrot Night, and she became a strong advocate for us. Once the focus was clear, we began the scripting phase. We introduced the girls to ideas like advocacy and policy windows, then guided them in choosing their own topics. It wasn't always easy. Sometimes GEP had other activities, or the girls were tired at the end of the day. To adapt, we created flexible lessons, built-in breaks, and listened closely to what they needed. From this stage, 2 key lessons emerged: the importance of giving the girls choice and the power of collaboration within our team, the GEP staff, and with the students themselves. The growth we saw was remarkable. For example, Sophia's first brainstorm in December simply said she liked the snacks and activities at GEP. By April, she was thinking about how to help others, and by the end of the project, she had developed a clear, actionable proposal: Thankful Thursdays, a plan to build community through gratitude. Watching her progress and seeing each of the girls find their voice was inspiring. We also worked to involve parents. Although our official parent night had no turnout, casual conversations at pickup turned out to be much more effective. Parents loved hearing about what their children were accomplishing, and they became some of our strongest supporters, even suggesting venues for the final presentation. As the year came to a close, the girls revised their speeches with feedback from us, from Dr. Butler, and from each other. Their drafts became sharper, their language more purposeful, and their ideas more compelling. By late April, rehearsals began. The girls gave one another feedback, practiced their delivery, and gained confidence as speakers. In the end, this wasn't just about completing a project. It was about relationships, choice, collaboration, and voice. And seeing the girls stand tall, ready to advocate for themselves and their community, was the clearest sign of success.